Hey guys, Charley the plumber. So obviously you know that I do a lot of different things throughout my lifetime. Today we are building a chicken coop. So I got a 5x6 set of chicken coop plans. My wife said, hey, we're getting chickens after 20 years. And I said, perfect. We got the COVID-19 pandemic. We don't want to go to the store. Let's get chickens. Woo! So she asked me,
are you going to build us a coop?
I said, yeah, you know, we'll build a coop. I built the last one that we had, and we did some different things. We had some fold down doors and the bottom dropped down. Well, obviously over the last 20 years, things have changed a little bit. So she said,
did you buy any plans?
I said, plans are up here, Big Mama. She said,
get them out of your ass and get them on paper.
So anyway, I spent $12.95. I bought these on, I think it was on Etsy. Sent away for them, and I looked at the reviews, and there's quite a few good reviews on this. Well, as you can see, my stack of lumber, I can buy a whole lot of chicken eggs for what I'm paying for the chicken coop. Bought this stuff at Lowe's. It was like, I give you the final numbers later, it was like 600 bucks. Basically, they've got the set of plans and they've got a list. Now I pretty much went right off of this list. We're going to do it just the way the plans say, with the exception of, shows that this one's like maybe a foot or 18 inches off of the ground. I'm going to make it a little higher so I can put water under there. Okay, we're going to get chicken. Last time we had Aricanas, we had Leghorns, and we had Rhode Island Reds, brown, white, green eggs. Great. So this time she called up the tractor and they didn't have the proper chickens that we needed. So we said, what the hell, we might as well just order them right from the chicken place. We don't get 3, we don't get 5, we got 15. So we got 15 chickens coming. When they start laying, usually you get about an egg a day. Kind of excited about getting the chickens. We'll get this thing put up. We'll tuck it around in the corner so that everyone's happy. The chickens that we bought were supposed to be sexed chickens. So they're supposed to be all females. We'll see what happens. Last time when we got 19 chickens, we got 2 males. I got the base done. I decided to screw it instead of using nails like they told me to. I think the screws are a little easier to work with, especially if you don't pound nails every single day. I also took, and they called for 18 inches on the 4x4s. Obviously bigger is better, so I created 24 inches. I think that'll be easier to get the buckets and whatnot underneath there. I moved it off of the trailer, brought it inside because it's supposed to rain tomorrow, and the trailer with my saw just wasn't big enough to actually get it so I could work on it. But there's the base, getting ready to put the sheet of plywood on. Yeah, didn't know I ordered the good one side anyway, so chickens will be living good. Okay guys, I got the deck on. Yeah, I screwed up a cut. Wasn't thinking, made it 12 by 12 instead of 12 by 24, but all good. Had some extra in the barn here. So far so good. I actually nailed the deck down. I had 6 penny nails in the barn here, so I nailed them down, and the first 6, yeah, I bent over like crazy because I haven't used a hammer and a nail in a very long time, but otherwise went in good. They do call for 6 pennies, so it actually worked out well. So far so good. I'm pretty happy with the way things are going. Okay guys, so I got wall number 2 built. So my wife just come out and she said,
is there anything I can do?
So we're going see the look on her face? I knew that would piss her off. You're not going nowhere. You're going to cut some wood for me. So we're going to put her on the chop saw. This should be real easy. As long as she doesn't cut her fingers off. Should be awesome. Should go quickly. It's all pretty much cut and dry. So far so good. These plans so far have been awesome. So hopefully it turns out the way we hope it's going to be. little research on YouTube, watching you guys in your ideas, and everyone says put linoleum down or put a smooth surface down. It's supposed to clean the coop. You're supposed to be able to clean the coop very easily with this. So that's why we put linoleum down. Now we're getting ready to set the walls. And so far, like I say, this has been awesome. I'm actually pleasantly surprised at how well this is going together. Okay guys, this is what we got going on today, or what we got done today. It's 2:30. Probably been out here about 4 or 5 hours, I would guess 4 hours. We had a couple of boo-boos. We had to turn the end walls around the other way, do it the way the paper was, and time we got everything done, I right now went through 5 pounds of screws. So being the pandemic is going on, I reached through the archives and I found some nails, some spikes, so we'll use them tomorrow to finish up the roof. And then I've got screws for the walls. I think tomorrow we're going to be getting closer to putting trim up, potentially putting on the T111 on the outside, stuff like that. So there's some projects. I mean, there's some different things like the nesting boxes. Thank you. Basically what we did was, there's really no way, I'll show you. So what we did, guys, for the nesting boxes is I put 2 screws on both sides of this plywood all the way down here, here, and here, and then on the front side also. There, down there on the bottom, and then over here. The reason we did that is because I was a little bit afraid that rather than trying to put a piece of 2x4 or a piece of wood or something like that down there, figured that would be an easy way of doing it. You can see, obviously, it's real solid. There's no way you're going to get a nail or a screw down in here. Looks like the wife has got 2 there, a couple on the bottom. So these things are good and tight. They're not going nowhere. Now, one thing I did do, and I don't know, maybe I'm wrong for doing it, but I was a little afraid on the snow load. It called for 2x3 up here. These 2x3 are a little bit of a challenge to get screws in, you know, and even nails. They're really not terrible, but they tend to want to split. So what I did was, they were calling for a 60-degree or a 60-degree angle up top here. Well, by having the 60-degree, it left it open, about like so, which wasn't much, but what I did was I actually pulled them off of there and I recut them, and that was probably just because of the 2x4 instead of the 2x3. So I hope that doesn't kick me in the behind later on down the road. But so far, so good. Everything has went together pretty easy, with the exception of, well, not really even the exception of. Right now, they've got three roosting containers here, 3 roosting boxes. We got 15 chickens coming. Last time we had 19 chickens. We had our cage was, or our pen was 4 feet long. It was 4x6 that I built myself. This one I hope will look a whole lot better. I think it does already. But I had 1 bar going down the middle. 2x4 bar, they got up on there. They didn't have an issue with it. Some people say that the 2x is too wide for their feet. I don't know. We're talking about doing a live stream, so we'll find out once we do that. I got my son who does all my video editing. I think he's going to be doing a live stream on this, so we'll be able to hopefully see these chickens in action. So look for that on the future Charley the Plumbers, to have a live stream of potentially a chicken laying an egg or something like that. So But yeah, I don't know. I think these nesting or these perches will be a little bit too much. So we'll see. Other than that, everything seems to be going okay. It's solid as can be. Now, you ask, how am I going to get this thing out to where it belongs? See that Kubota? I got a set of forks for that, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to lift this thing up and carry it right over. As long as it's no more than 300-400 pounds, we'll be able to get it up there. So far, so good. Real happy with the way it's coming out. Stay tuned. Stick with me. Tomorrow, we should be able to get everything hopefully finished up. If I can get Big Mama out here again to give me a hand. Boy, she was cutting material faster than I could put it together. So, appreciate everyone coming around. Again, pandemic chicken coop. Not really a pandemic chicken coop. We've been talking for 2 years to build one. So here it is. We'll show you the final product. Come on in tomorrow and we'll show you what's going on. All right, we'll talk to you soon.